All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today we're diagnosing a super common, yet honestly pretty misunderstood issue for homeowners. We're zeroing in on Illinois, specifically looking at some insights that are highly relevant to the North Shore and northwest suburbs of Chicago. Because, let's face it, the water supply out here can totally have a mind of its own.
So, are your dishes always coming out hazy? Is your laundry feeling weirdly stiff? Look, these aren't just minor household annoyances, they're actual physical symptoms. If you've been dealing with dry, itchy skin right after you shower, or you keep pulling supposedly clean but totally spotty glassware out of your dishwasher, your home might be showing the classic signs of a water quality problem. It's so easy to blame your detergent, your appliances, or, your own cleaning skills, but the real culprit? It's probably flowing right out of your faucet.
Homeowners ask this all the time. Do I actually need a mechanical solution to fix these daily annoyances? Well, the experts tell us the short answer is, it really depends on how hard your water is. Whether you need a system completely relies on your region-specific water supply. There's literally no one-size-fits-all answer here in Illinois, mostly because water supplies vary so dramatically by region. So let's figure out exactly how to evaluate your specific situation.
Okay, moving on to section 1, the symptoms, diagnosing your home's water.
Let's start this diagnostic journey by identifying exactly what's causing all that crusty buildup. Here's the crucial point. Hard water isn't some big mystery, and it's definitely not just a marketing buzzword. It's simply water containing a really high concentration of dissolved minerals, primarily calcium and magnesium. And when this mineral-heavy water gets heated up in your plumbing system, it forms limescale deposits. Over time, that buildup just wreaks absolute havoc on your pipes, your water heater, and your expensive fixtures. Let's translate those microscopic minerals into the visible daily headaches we all hate. In the bathroom, you might notice this white, crusty residue around your faucets or a stubborn film in the tub that literally demands constant scrubbing. You might even get that dry, itchy skin after bathing because those minerals strip the moisture right away. Now, hop over to the kitchen, you'll see slow scale buildup in your kettles, and yeah, that hazy coating on your glassware we just talked about. And generally across the house, you're going to find that your soap and shampoo just don't lather well, no matter how much you pump out. Your laundry comes out stiff, and your towels mysteriously lose their absorbency. Seriously, if your home is experiencing these recurring symptoms, you're very likely dealing with hard water.
Recognizing those symptoms is step 1, but let's jump to section 2, the diagnosis, testing your home's water.
Listen, before you invest a single dollar into a water treatment system, we absolutely have to confirm the diagnosis. You can't just guess based on cloudy glasses, right? Step 1 is checking the general water quality info provided by your local Illinois utilities. But remember, that's just a regional average. Step 2 is the real game changer. Perform a direct home water test for your specific address. Getting a precise reading for your exact plumbing is the single most reliable way to measure your water's hardness. Then, step 3 is looking at those results, which usually show up reported in grains per gallon or milligrams per liter as calcium carbonate. And this is exactly why testing matters so much. Your test results have to guide your action. A mild result? Well, that might just mean you need better cleaning habits or some targeted descaling products, not a whole new plumbing system. Higher hardness values, on the other hand, are what typically warrant a dedicated softening system. It's all about applying the right scale of solution to the right scale of problem.
So what happens if your test actually comes back high? Let's check out section 3, the treatment, how water softeners work.
For homes that test with highly elevated mineral levels, the most commonly prescribed treatment is a conventional ion exchange water softener. Let's break down the magic happening inside that tank. First, your hard water passes through the softener's resin. Think of this resin as like a microscopic trap. Next, the system kicks off a simple mineral trade-off. The machine swaps out the problematic calcium and magnesium ions, the ones causing all the limescale, for completely harmless sodium or potassium ions. Finally, this newly softened water flows out into your home, drastically improving your soap's performance and totally preventing scale formation in your pipes. It's brilliant. Now, it's incredibly important to manage our expectations here and understand the actual limits of these systems. A softener will absolutely prevent scale, make your laundry soft again, and protect that water heater. But it is not a cure-all. I repeat, a water softener will absolutely not filter out iron, it won't get rid of a sulfur or rotten egg smell, and it won't remove sediment. If your test reveals those specific issues, a softener alone just won't cure your home. You'd need specialized whole home filtration to tackle those problems. Okay, let's shift gears and explore section 4, the second opinion, exploring alternative options. Here's the thing.
Not every household actually wants or even needs a full, salt-guzzling water softening system. If your water test shows only low to moderate hardness, you have plenty of alternative therapies. You could simply use descaling chemicals to occasionally treat the existing buildup, or just implement routine maintenance, like soaking your shower heads and aerators in vinegar. Now, if you have sulfur or iron, you'd look into that whole home filtration we just mentioned. There are even devices marketed as scale inhibitors, though experts do point out their effectiveness varies wildly depending on your exact water chemistry and how much water you use.
All right, bringing it all together, let's look at our final section, the prognosis, making your final decision.
Ultimately, resolving your home's water issues boils down to a very practical, bottom-line assessment. You really have to run a cost-benefit analysis. On one hand, you've got the very real costs of living with hard water, the time and money spent constantly cleaning up scale, the total frustration of prematurely replacing damaged plumbing fixtures and water heaters, and literally buying extra soap just because it won't lather. But on the other hand, you have the costs of softening. You've got the upfront mechanical installation, periodic system service, and, let's be real, the ongoing physical chore of buying and lugging heavy 40-pound bags of salt down your stairs. It's a true balance of everyday convenience versus a maintenance commitment.
So now that you know exactly what the symptoms look like, how the science actually works, and why testing is the absolute baseline for taking action, the ball is totally in your court. Are you going to keep treating the symptoms, or are you ready to cure the disease? Run your own home diagnostic, find out exactly how hard your water is, and ask yourself this: are you managing your home, or is your hard water managing you?